Hi. Next problem with respect to the gears. The two 20-degree pressure angle involute gear is, is mesh have a module of 10 millimeter. The addendum is one module. The large gear has 50 teeth and the pinion 13 teeth. Does interference occurs? First unknown it is, if it occurs, what to what value should the pressure angle be changed to eliminate interference? This question is asked in the year of 2014, June, July 2014 for the 12 marks. So compared to the previous problem and all other things we discussed, this problem is quite different compared to the rest what we discussed. Okay, new first segregate the data. He is telling the things of what 20-degree pressure angle, that is phi is specified 20-degree. Excuse me. That is what 20-degree pressure angle. A module is specified. What is the module? M stand for 10 millimeter. Addendum is one module, that is A is equal to 1 m. A is equal to 1 m means A is equal to 1 into 10, it will become 10 millimeter. So and he specified the two gears. Which are the two gears? The larger wheel is to gear is having 50 teeth and the pinion is having 13 teeth. So that is what minimum number of teeth we are going to treat it as an what? Z1, and the maximum value we are going to treat it as an what? Z2. Next, so that is what. So we couldn't able to substitute the value of that is what number of teeth. So we need to convert that radius into number of teeth into radius. So that is what, by using the formula R1 is equal to mz1 divided by 2. So m stands for 10, z1 stands for 13 divided by 2. 10 into 13 divided by 2 will become 65 millimeter. So next one R2, the minimum pitch circle radius of the gear 2, that is mz2 divided by 2. M stands for 10 millimeter, z stands for 50 divided by 2, which is 250 millimeter. So in this problem we specified the addendum. If it specified the addendum, we can easily find out the radius of the addendum. So how we are going to find out the radius of the addendum? The radius of the addendum we are going to find out, that is what is addendum? It's the radial distance between addendum circle to the pitch circle, that is A is equal to RA minus R. So that is what. So we are going to write, we need to find out the unknown as an radius of the addendum circle. So RA1 is equal to A plus R1. So that is A stands for 10 and R1 is how much? 65. We found out that the value is 75 millimeter. Similarly, for the second gear, RA2 is equal to A plus R2, that is 10 plus 250, that is equal to 260 millimeter. This procedure we followed for the previous problem also. So that is path of contact is equal to path of approach plus path of recess. So same way we are not going to follow that procedure here. So we are going to take the formula maximum addendum radius of the gear while discussing the derivation. Which derivation we discussed? Minimum number of teeth to avoid that interference derivation we discussed. There in the before lockdown itself. So while deriving the derivation, I told you guys, and I made it as an what important sign mark for that middle of the derivation, that is RA2 max is equal to square root of R2 square of 1 plus R1 square divided by R2 square sine square phi plus 2 R1 R2 sine square phi. This is the equation I told you guys to mark it as an important sign. Once they asked this problem to by using this formula, only one time they asked the question to get the solution for the 12 mark. This is the problem what we are going to discuss. So substitute the values. RA2 max is equal to square root of R2 square is what? 250. R2 square is what? 250 square of, okay, that is r substitute the value square root of 250 square of 1 plus r1 is 65 square divided by 250 square sine square of 20 degrees the pressure angle plus 2 into 65 divided by 250 of sine square of 20. So substituting the value, making that is what simple mathematical change for our convenience. The 250 squaring is 62,500. You will get it. 65 square means 4,225. That is a small mathematical changes we are going to get it. That is what I simplified the problem. Why? Because you can easily understand the thing. So that is what final thing what you are going to get it. RA2 is equal, RA2 max is equal to 258.34 millimeter. So that is what is RA2 here, what we calculated, it's the 260 millimeter. What is the maximum addendum radius? 258. The actual addendum radius is how much? 260. Maximum addendum radius is what? 258. So maximum should always greater than the actual one. But here is what? Actual one is greater than the maximum one. So that is what, that is the indication definitely which will face the interference. Does interference occurs? Obviously 100% this is the case, interference will occur. If it occurs, second unknown is specified. If it occurs, what value should the pressure angle be changed to eliminate the interference? He is telling the things of what? The 20 degree pressure angle which will makes the thing of what? Picture addendum radius is greater than the maximum addendum radius. Whether the value should be changed, either increased or decreased. So he is asking that. So that is what for that next procedure for particular. So I specified the things. I will read out the theory what I represent. The actual radius of the addendum is more than the maximum addendum radius, hence interference occurs. That is the thing. Now finding the suitable pressure angle. How we are going to finding the suitable pressure angle? For the new value of the pressure angle, equating RA2, that is radius of the addendum with radius of addendum of the max. That is what? RA2 is equal to RA2 max. So that is what, instead of RA2 substitute the formula. That is what RA2 is what? 260. That is what is addendum? RA2 is equal to A plus R2. 10 plus 250 you are going to get it as an 260. Yes or no? That is the thing. 260 square root of 260 I substituted. RA2 max is what? We know the formula. Square root of RA2 square of 1 plus R1 square divided by R2 square sine square 5 plus 2 R1 divided by R2 sine square 5 whole, the bracket should be completed. That is what? 260 is equal to square root of RA2. We know that 250, RA1 is 65, R2 is 250. That is the value I am going to substitute. If you substitute the value, you are going to get it. 260 is equal to square root of, making a small simple calculation, 62,500 of 1 plus this particular value will become 0.0676, and this particular value, that is 130 divided by 250 means 0.52. So now what I am going to do, that 62,500 I am going to multiply it with the within the bracket term. So that is what? 62,500 multiplied with 1 means you are going to get it 62,500. So second term, 62,500 you are going to multiply with 0.0676 means you will get the product of what? 4225. So next one is what? 4225 sine square 5. The third term is what? 62,500 multiplied with 0.52 sine square means you will get it 32,500 sine square. That is what? 32,500 sine square. To simplify the above equation, I am squaring the both side. If you do the squaring the both side, left hand side will become what? 260 square. Right hand side will become what? Square and the square and the root will get cancelled. You will get the value of what? 62,500 plus sine. That is what I am going to take the which are the common term, second term and third term. Sine square is the common is present. Sine square is common. So I am going to take the sine square as an common. Sine square 5 of 4,225 plus 32,500. The sum of these two is what? Left hand side squaring 260. So you are going to get it 67,600. That is equal to first term is 62,500 as it is. We are going to write it plus sine square 5 of sum of these two is 36,725. So now what I am going to do, sine square phi 36,725 I am going to keep left hand side. That is what I am subtracting the value of 67,600 with the 62,500. If you do the subtract product, you will get it 5,100. Sine square phi multiplied with 36,000 something, what is there, I am going to take towards the right hand side. That is what it will become denominator, 5,100 divided by 36,725. So that is the product is what, sine square phi is equal to 0.1388. So I am going to write the next step as an what, sine phi is equal to square it. Square is there. I am going to take the right towards the right hand side is a root of 0.1388. So that is what, sine square phi is equal to 0.37256, or else phi is equal to sine inverse of 0.37256. That is sine, that is phi is what, 21 degree 87 minute. That is what the indication is, what the pressure angle should be 21 degree 87 minute for the particular problem what we are going to discuss. The pressure angle of 20 means which will occurs the what, interference. If the pressure angle is 21 degree 87 minute, the interference which won't occur for this particular case of problem. Hope you got the concept what I said. This is what quite earlier, what are the things we discussed there. We discussed the concept of find outing the length of contact, arc of contact, contact ratio. Next we are going to discuss the concept of whether the sliding roll, that is what, angular velocity we find out at, or else the ratio of velocity of sliding to the rolling. These all are the unknown, or else find outing the addendum. These all are the things we did it. This is quite different problem. They asked only once in your question paper. For the marks allotted of how much, 12 marks it is, 12 marks. So that's why I'm stressing you guys. While discussing the derivation also, I told you guys to make it as but the sign mark of triple star for this particular equation. That is what, minimum number of t to avoid the interference there. By using that formula, we find out the solution for this particular problem. Hope you understood what we discussed the problem.